Hi everybody, it's Lynn from Lithgrass Designs. I'm coming by to finish off these shakers. Now this one's just it's a epoxy resin shaker, 2-part, equal parts by volume resin shaker. This one is Resincrete. Alright. Now, Resincrete can be pretty brittle. As in, I could probably break this pretty easy. I'm not going to try. I've done things like this with the Resincrete, and after it cures, it's pretty stable, but it takes it several days to cure completely when you're doing stuff like that. I only did one of these because I just wanted to test it, and it's got some bubbles and other imperfections. We won't talk about that. But those are the two that I chose to do, the bone and the dog paw. They're related. This is a piece of overhead projector film, OHP film. That's what you search for if you're trying to find this particular kind of film. Now, there are other acetate sheets that would work fine. This one, I like it because, I don't know if you can see, there's a very glossy side, and then there is a more satiny side. This side is the film that you peel away. So when you're tracing, if you draw on this side, when you peel off the backing, it just peels away. You don't have to clean anything. Very convenient. I do have a link for a package of this particular film in my in my Amazon shop. Oh my goodness. I've been working with so many different applications. It's a wonder I know my name right now. Anyway, we're gonna cut these out later, and yeah. These are just bugle beads. I have a lot. Let's just say I have a lot. I have bugle beads, seed beads, in just about every color you can think of. It started out, I'm going to sound like Beth, the Southern lady right now. I got to tell a story. It started out years ago, and it was probably 10 years ago. A girlfriend of mine and myself were, you know, yard selling, garage selling, whatever you want to call it. And there was a little shop up here in Alvord that we would stop in because it was one of those hole-in-the-wall, second time around kind of shops that nobody ever went in. It's amazing it stayed open as long as it did. Back when my husband and I moved here, though, it was a video shop. There was, in there, I wasn't going to buy anything. We were just mealing around, kind of wasting time. And I came across, this was a fishing krill, if you know what that is. The thing that you would go trout fishing and put your trout in when you caught them. So it was like maybe 12 inches deep and 8 to 10 inches wide. and just maybe 5 inches thick, and it was packed full. Oh, I even have one somewhere of these little vials. These little vials. This one still has seed beads in it. I don't do anything with seed beads. I mean, I sew and I've used seed beads, but nothing like that. There were hundreds of these. I still have them. I asked the guy, okay, just because I knew I wasn't going to be able to afford it when he said 30 bucks or what. He said $4. I was out of that store before my heart beat the next time. I'm not kidding you. With my little krill of seed beads under my arm. And at the time, I didn't know what I was going to do with them. I didn't think about putting them in shakers, epoxy resin, that kind of thing, until a few years later. But it was definitely a windfall. Anyway, these bugle beads, the little boxes of bugle beads and seed beads, they came from AliExpress. Although I'm sure you can find them on Amazon and wherever else. Where was I? These are, let's see if I can shake a few down there. Tiny, tiny little 4-point stars. And there's several sizes. There's bigger ones and tiny ones. That's going to go in the paw print. In the bone, I'm just going to put a few of these. These are kind of textural. So I'm hoping... You know what that does? Same thing with these. I'm hoping they won't have a lot of static electricity. And want to stick to your OHP film. Too bad. Then there's these. Little bones. Bones. And these came from Sparkling Innovations, and they were on Etsy, and I'm pretty sure I'll put a link down below. I'm sure the link's still listed in my Etsy purchases. I'm gonna put that in both of them. Now, I used to put a CZ in every shaker. Occasionally now, I will just put, if I can pick one up, one of these, they're acrylic crystals. Man. For that one, what would a yellow one look like? Oh. That might stand up too far. Then again, it might not. Yeah, it will. Alright, in that case, these also came from AliExpress. And they are, I don't have any idea how. They're like tiny, they glisten like diamonds. And bounce like them. It looks like a tiny amount, but there's a bunch in there. Okay, now see if I can pick those up. Okay, let's see what else we got in here though. Something that might go with what we got going on here. Fruits and candies, playing cards, pineapples, these are just things that I make sometimes and throw in there when you have leftover resin, you know. Oh man, it's a shame we're not doing some Halloween. Little bat would be cute. Who says we can't? A little penguin. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of those. These little candy ones. There! Now we got 2 bats. Let's see what we can do with those. A little haunted house. Who knows which way the wind blows? Another little candy. Those are really cute. I need to use those. Pink stuff and black stuff, and all the black stuff's on the bottom. Makes all kinds of sense. Alright. Okay. Now, let's see what we can come up with here. Pour our bugle beads that now mysteriously have stuck to everything. Yeah, it was supposed to happen like that. Come on. Ow! Yeah, that's why I don't do it. My husband always asks, why don't you just do the twist the bag thing? That was probably too much. Because it hurts my fingernail. The one that still has black ink under it. I can't get it off. Well, that's way too many. Okay. Now let's go with some bones. Oh, diamonds. No. No. The spoon doesn't work. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. Don't stick to me. Okay. Check the fitting several times before you peel the plastic off. There we go. Same thing over here. Alright. Now, this is the BS resin. Got this off of Amazon. Just a tiny bit, and I'd like to do it in a separate cup. Then I'll just, this is a silicone tool, and you can tell it's kind of old. Alright. This one has a very skinny bezel, let's say. You want a continual line. You don't want any breaks in it, so that it makes a good seal. Now, I won't be putting any liquid in these. You can put liquid in them if you want to. I don't put liquid in any of mine. I want them to shake. Alright. Carefully, I did not turn that over or anything, because I've done that before. And you want to place it down where it goes, if you can, the very first time. That way, the UV resin doesn't stick to that acetate and then foul up your clarity. Alright? with just the tips of my fingers. And press that down and make sure it's sealed all the way around. All the way around. Thought my voice was better today, but anyway, I'm gonna put this under my UV light. Let's do the torch first. Because, of course, I can see a dog hair right away. Darn dog. He's a good doggy. Even a hairy booger. If you don't like dog hair, never get a husky or a husky mix. Especially not a husky German Shepherd mix. I don't believe there's any amount of cleaning that you can do to not have dog hair. I'm going to put this under my UV light in a minute after I do this one. I've got this on a ceramic tile just for ease of putting it back and forth in the UV light. I've got the rest of the UV resin that I just put out there to do around the bezel. Squirt a bit more. And I'm gonna hopefully not regret this. This is the Arteza glow-in-the-dark glitter. Alright, put a bit. Give it a stir around. Now, the one unfortunate thing about this, so let's see what we can do to make it prettier. First of all, I'll put a tiny bit more of that. And then, this is, well, it's called Pixie Dust by Christy Friesen. And I'm gonna put literally the tiniest amount you could possibly even put, because it will overtake in a hurry. Probably should have used the polyflake glitter, but okay, that was just enough. Alright. Oh, excuse my nose. I can't find my tool. Can't find it. Alright, I'll just use this one then. Now I'm doing the back first, because generally the back is a little easier to dough. You've got a little edge to guide you, and okay, this is liquid latex. Just sold, you can look under makeup accessories, costume accessories. It's cheap. It's like $10 for a quart-sized jug. Well, it was when I bought it anyway. As we all know, prices can change a lot in 2 years. And And it will have a kind of resistant effect if you didn't think to clean it off with alcohol first, which I should have done. Anyway, this one was pretty domed up all by itself. But when I made the piece, I'll let that dry a minute. Alright, and I did pick up a few stars that I had spilt and put them in just a tiny bit of UV resin on the front. Now, I'm just going to do the same thing on the front. Minus the layer of latex. Doing it this way and doing the back first, then you don't have to worry if you make the front unlevel. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I'm just going to pull it out to the edge all the way around. Keep my tool at, I don't know what angle that is, but at that angle, kind of flat to the piece. That will really help to not overflow your resin. And you saw when I put my layer, I started like almost 1/4 of an inch. 3/8 of an inch maybe back from the edge. Another drop. Just right there. Okay. Alright, it looks like it's all the way around. Now, just gonna add the back. Now I add him on top of the doming so that A, the UV resin gets behind him, and B, so that the doming is all the way around him. Alright, so this is going under the UV light. I'm going to do it again just so you can see what I'm talking about. Don't go close to the edge. Now I'll fill in the whole middle. I'll stay away from that edge. Don't be skimpy. Just a nice, you don't normally have to even squeeze the bottle. It comes out. Unless you're using a thicker viscosity resin. UV resin. Alright? Then like I said, just hold your tool at that sharp angle. Back up and grab some out of that puddle you just made. And that will all encourage it to just level itself out, which is what resin does, as we know anyway. Back around to where we started. Just check the whole thing. Okay, pretty much bubble free. Alright. Once again, I'll just hit it with the torch a second or two. And then I'll put it under my UV light. My UV light has a setting that is gentler on your hands. It's a 90-second setting that starts off only half wattage and then builds up. So I put it under there for 2 times 3 minutes. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'll be back. And yeah, y'all were yelling at me that I didn't put the bat on. Alright. Put him back under the UV light. Alright. Now, before we take the back off, I've done hundreds of these, so keep that in mind. When I first started, I had resin spillover and a lot of nightmares before I saw the trick about using the latex. Anyway, it just literally peels right off. And there you go. Nice smooth back, nice smooth front. Now, like I said, keep in mind I've done this more than once, so I didn't have any drips or anything. But in the beginning, I certainly did. These are adorable. Those are cute. I'm glad we turned them into Halloween. That is sweet. All we need to do is add keychain loops and always do a beaded top. So I'll get that together and be back. A little show and tell time first. These are just a few of the, like I said, hundreds of these I've made. I always put the little bubbles in the Coca-Cola ones and the cola ones. This one is a summer vacation flip-flop. Really cute. And before I made this piece, I actually took a silicone mold of the glasses. Let's see. This one is one that I actually changed it up a bit. It was just a mug, and I put bacon. But it was actually made from this slice of watermelon mold. I just saw it as something else. So, slice of watermelon, slice of pizza. Okay, these are some of the other Halloween ones. I love to do these cauldrons. Witch's cauldron. It's got a little dribble of potion with the bones sticking out. And this pirate Jolly Roger. He's got a bat. I added to his hat. It's tiny, tiny, but there's still room to put stuff. And then there's other ones, but the last one I brought out was this one is a ghost. And those little pumpkins are resin pumpkins that I made. And he's also got a bat. That's what I put. Those are Halloween confetti. This one has ghosts. All that. Anyway, I've had lots of people comment that they have these shaker molds and just don't know what to do or where to begin. Start dry. Start without adding any liquid in them. After a few, they'll become repetitive. You'll have it down You can do it where they don't leak. Then you can add liquid if you want. Alright, I don't think I'm going to add the hardware right now. This one being the resin crete, I would worry about drilling into it. I would have to find, I've got a little bitty mold that has things you can has things you can put on top. Has bales, thank you. And so I would probably pour one of those as a little tiny clear loop and put that on there. This one you don't have to worry about drilling into, but the thickness of this is pretty narrow, so your eye screw... Okay, I did find the mold I was talking about. This thing is tiny, so it's easy to lose. But it has, let's see, 8 different bale choices, I guess you'd call them. This is the one I was talking about. See, is the dye under my nail that refuses to come out. That's the one I was talking about for this bone. Would be perfect. So I may do 2 of those, one for each. And then I just want to use the little... I want to use this, this is just like a glue-on bale, except for you would do it out of UV resin. So you'd glue on the little bale on the back, and you have the little, you'd glue on the little paddle on the back. That is my plan to make those. So, I'm going to whip those up because it's ridiculous to even show you. I may show you one, but anyway. It's so tiny that's... If I show you, I can't see. Okay, just put on enough to know it's filled. Just take a silicone tool. Let's see, I got a better one than that. And just smooth off the top. And then it's ready to put under the UV light. I'm going to try this one. Let me put my glasses on. Maybe. That one's overfilled, this one's underfilled. And it's so small, you just almost can't see. Because what you're looking for, of course, is the reflection to tell you when it's full, so... I want it to be full, I just don't want it over full. You just gotta push it out from the back. The only way you'll be able to see them is if I set them down. Alright, need a little clean up. Clean up. Glasses on. Get a kick out of making them too. Alright. Thank y'all so much for watching. I finally did fix all the broken links and stuff. I hope. If there's still something you have questions about or doesn't work, let me know. My internet at home is really slow right now. But we'll deal with it how we will. So thank y'all so much for watching. Like I said, my Amazon storefront has most of these little shaker molds. The film for the front, I'm not sure if these little bats are on there, but I know Etsy sells them. So these little bat molds, even the seed beads and the, not the bones, I did get those off of Etsy. Like I said, I'll try to remember to put the link, but you know me. I did fix the broken links, yada yada. Thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all for putting up with me. If you knew my life at home. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.
On a grid of infrared laser beams, hundreds of thousands of researchers contended in interviews that they had found only 10% of what is actually there.
There's just 1 minute under the light, but it's glowy.